Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, the 9th of July. Today I am up $32,000 copy trading all of my eval and funded accounts. Use Tradecopia here, and then this is the trade that I took. This was during the PM Silver Bullet in the New York session. You can see here it was a short. This was like a 1.4R half risk. And yeah, I'm happy to go over my market analysis going into the day and what made me choose to take this trade that ended up being a winner. So on the daily time frame, still very choppy. No clear macro draw for me personally. Like if this goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down. I'm not trying to anticipate anything. I'm just trying to react to what price wants to do, and if it ends up trending higher, then that's good for me, and if it trends lower, that's good for me. But as it is right now, the way it's chopping in between this range, it's just difficult. So nothing insightful really for me on the daily. Likewise with the 4 hour, nothing insightful. There's just a lot of SMT, a lot of chop. SMT up here, SMT down here with NQ and ES. So again, nothing valuable or insightful on the 4 hour. Same thing with the 1 hour. Nothing much. So I'm not gonna waste anybody's time here. And we'll just go straight to the 15-minute, which is more insightful for overnight price action. So first thing, noticed today that we had pretty much consolidated overnight. At the same time, you can see here NQ was leading the way because ES had not even taken out previous day highs, but NQ overnight was already pushing way higher comparative to ES. So that being said, I usually tend to. So, anyways, considering the move higher without choosing to rebalance any of this, whereas ES did somewhat rebalance a little bit, my natural draw was gonna have to be higher, at least in the AM session. So that's kind of what I was waiting for. And then usually, again, I've said it in my previous videos, but I don't trade the first the first 15 minutes. So I'm just patiently waiting to see what price wants to do. So first 15 minutes, NQ just blasts off. Likewise with ES, both taking London highs here. And then yeah, when the silver bullet started, that's kind of where I'm looking for a potential move. I think the only difficulty here was for me like coming in with a long bias and price pushing higher before the silver bullet. Now like this is kind of extended. It's just difficult for me to want to long anymore. We already rebalanced this 5-minute BISI here. So again, that just makes it even harder to form a long idea. So I didn't do anything in the AM silver bullet. There's no clear shift in structure for me. Even this push lower, yes, it's good and all, but it was just not enough. And you can see here like nice little sweep of this low. Same thing with NQ, and then we just happen to grind higher and higher and higher in the AM and continuing early PM. So at some point during this late AM lunch New York lunch session, I was considering a 5-minute rebalance of a BISI and long, but just remembering again that my draw wasn't so clear and like the extension, I just chose not to do anything. And then I just waited patiently for the PM silver bullet. So at this point of time, like on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, I was marking this high. Same thing here with NQ, and then dropping down to the 1 hour, like just I'm trying to see what were the swing highs and what levels had already been taken out by this move higher. So we took out quite a lot already. Like yesterday high, Tuesday high, and then we're going even higher, aiming for previous week high. Likewise with NQ, just we'd already taken out quite a lot. So at this point during the PM session, if a short idea presented itself, I was willing to take that. So let's just zoom in again to the 1 minute now during the silver bullet. So yeah, first couple of things I noted uh, at the point of the PM silver bullet start was there was now some level of SMT that was showing. So this was SMT strength. And then NQ on the other hand was showing SMT weakness. So first thing I noted. And then I did happen to see here on the 5 minute on top of the SMT was that now there was quite a few unfilled BISIs on the 5 minute that could likely be rebalanced with a couple of like volume imbalances. So like for example this one and this one right here. Same thing with NQ, right? So there's this one. And this one. So I felt like if price was going to go lower, obviously still needing a clear model, these levels would be nice. And then I didn't note this 5 minute SIBI paired with again the SMT and how far we had gone up already, the extension, the potential rebalance back down into these 5 minute BISI. So all of that kind of lined up together. And the only thing that I needed now for price to fulfill was a tap into the 5 minute SIBI and a strong closure below to signal a lower price is likely. And so now dropping back into the 1 minute, noticing this and a strong close, especially on the 1 minute for confirmation, I decided to short and stop at the swing high here, where there was another 1 minute SIBI that it rejected, and then boom, aiming for this particular level. Reason for that, actually, I think stop was somewhere here. Yeah, stop was there. So yeah, now the reason for why, so stop being here again is because the sweep, there's a 1 minute sweep here, and on top of that, I just wanted to make sure like my stop placement was there was more than enough breathing room where I didn't have to like worry about it getting tapped or taken out and then continuing. So just to get it out the way, I just wanted to make sure give myself enough buffer. At the same time, this was kind of the swing high of the PM silver bullet, so that just kind of made me even more comfortable. Same thing here with ES. This was the swing high. So I felt pretty good about that. And then the reason for this TP again is just goes back to this 5 minute rebalance. At the same time, there is 1 minute equal lows here too. So this confluence to me felt very strong. So I took the trade. Only did half risk just because like the trend is still clearly higher, and I still had like targets up here for like the 4 hour and 1 hour high. So this would have been like a scalp. So yeah, half risk, TP hit, and then I was all out. So pretty happy with how I had the right draw in the AM. Same time, just making sure not to FOMO or anything like that, and just being patient, waiting for my time zone, which is the silver bullet, and then just executing off of um, a potential setup that I saw that seemed reasonable enough to at least take half risk. So this was the trade I took. And then, yeah, I will look forward to making the next video for tomorrow's recap, and I'll see you guys then. See ya.